Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with the second quarter update, the half year point update of the 50 eyeshadows products I want to finish in 2024. So if you don't know, I introduced 50 makeup items that I want to finish this year at the end of 2023, I believe, or at the beginning of 2024. And I'm going to share with you how I'm doing with those, which products have I finished in the last quarter, and just give you some statistics on where I'm standing today. So before I jump into the first product, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. Let's jump into the video. So I have the list right in front of me with all of the products, and I'm just going to go from the top down to the bottom. I'm going to let you know how I'm doing, if I started working on the products, if I finished them, and also let you know if I finished them this quarter or the previous quarter. All of the products that I finished in quarter one, I won't show in this video, I will just mention them, but you can check out my quarter one update if you want to see those products too. But first up, we have this product right here, which is a foundation. It's one out of two foundations I wanted to finish this year, and this is the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation in the shade Porcelain Beige. And this one I worked on in my yellow project pan, but I have actually finished it up. So this one is completely empty, which means that we have a finished product. So this one I finished in quarter two. It's my first product finished this quarter, which is very, very exciting. And it also means that my second foundation is done, because the next product is my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation, which I finished up in quarter two, which now means that both of the foundations I wanted to finish this year are both done. So that is the first product down. Then after that, we're moving on to concealers, and I have one concealer that I'm currently working on, which I am so close on. This is the Maybelline Instant Eye Eraser, and I can't remember what shade this is. I think it's Sand, but it's completely rubbed off of the packaging. I'm currently working on this one in my yellow project pan. You can see a little bit of a kind of sneak peek, but that is where I was last update, and I have used this one since, and it is very close to being done. Hopefully you can see down there at the bottom that there is not much product left. I still have some left on the doe foot, so it still takes a little bit more time, but it's very close to being done. So not that empty in quarter two, unfortunately, but it's 100% going to be done in quarter three. So I'm making some really good headway with this product. The next concealer I have not started working on yet, because I'm waiting to start this one until I've finished the Maybelline concealer. But this is the Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer, and this is in the shade Light Beige. And I don't know if you can see already, but even though I haven't worked on this one this year, it is already quite close to being done. There's loads of windowing in this product. So yeah, I mean, it's not finished by any means, but there is not like that much product left in here. So once I roll it into a project, I believe I'm going to finish this one very fast. So I think this one might also be empty in quarter three, but for now I haven't started working on it yet this year. I had one primer that I wanted to finish this year, and that is the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. And this one I worked on in my yellow project pan, and I have finished this up. So this is another empty for the quarter. Very happy about that. It wasn't like anything amazing. It was an okay primer, but I wouldn't really repurchase it. So I'm happy to have it out of my collection now. And then after that, we have another kind of concealer-ish type of product that is a corrector, and that was my Becca Under Eye Corrector, which I finished up in quarter one already, so that one is already done. We are moving on to powders next, and we're going to talk about this powder right here, which is from Chanel. This is the Powder Universal Natural Finish Pressed Powder. It's called Powder Universal Compact in French, but obviously with a French accent. But this is kind of like a setting powder. It is in the shade 40 Translucent 3, so not really sure what that means, but I think it's Translucent 3. It is a little bit of a deeper powder, so it doesn't suit me all year round, which is why I want to finish it. There is 15 grams in here, so quite a bit of product. So it's going to take some while to finish, but I haven't got around to using this one yet. I'm using a different powder at the moment, which I'm trying to finish, again, in my yellow product pan. So I'm not sure if I'm going to get around to this one this year. I might start working on it, but there is, like I said, a lot of product in here, so not sure how far I'll get. But it's on the list anyway, and I'm going to start working on it at some point this year. We're just going to have to see how far I get, considering we're already halfway through the year and I haven't started working on it yet. Actually, I said that I'm currently working on one powder, but I'm actually working on two powders. First up, we have this one right here, which is not a powder container, but it does contain a powder. This is the Pat McGrath Under Eye Setting Powder in medium, which I lost the component on, but I have some of the powder broken off, so I repressed that into this compact, and this is how much I have left. So it is repressed in there, and I have hit pan, as you can see, and it's quite thin, but this is how much I have left of this powder, and again, I think it's going to be done probably in Q3 as well. Then my other main powder is this one right here, which is also from Maybelline. This is the Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade Light Medium 20. And this one is trying to finish up in my year-long project pan, and this is kind of like my everyday powder. I'm actually wearing this one today. I'm not wearing foundation. I'm only wearing this powder, concealer, and like obviously my cheek products and stuff like that. It's been a while since I did my makeup. It's been about like 3-4 hours since I did my makeup, so it's a little bit, you know, shiny now, but this is the powder I'm currently trying to finish, and as like my face powder, I do use a different one under my eyes. But looking at the sides, this is how much progress I've made. So that is where I was when actually, no, it's not where I was when I started. I didn't make a starting line because I didn't think to put on the side, but this is the progress so far. You can see how much I have left. So there's still a bit of product left, but I am hopeful to finish this one this year for sure. Not sure if it's going to be in this quarter or if it's going to be in Q4, but I am definitely going to have this one done this year. But since I still have so much product left in here, I'm a little bit cautious about the Chanel powder. And it's funny as well because this feels like such a massive container, and this one has 20 grams, which is a lot. But the Chanel powder still has 15, I said, right? I think it's 15 grams, which means that it's close to this one, which it doesn't really feel like. I'm just reaching for it now. I mean, it doesn't feel like this amount of powder would fit in this container, but yeah, there's 15 grams in here. So I'm probably underestimating how long this one will take to finish. So it might be one that I roll over to next year, but again, I'm going to give it my best shot. The next two products are both empties. We have a setting spray next, and this is the e.l.f. Hydrating Coconut Mist, which was like a hydrating setting spray. And this one I didn't really like that much, but I am happy to say that I have finished it. As you can see, it is completely empty. And again, I finished this one up in my year-long project pan in Q2. Then we are moving on to bronzers, and like I said, I have another empty, and that is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and this one is in the shade Bronzer, so just like the standard shade, I believe. And this one is empty. As you can see, I have finished this powder up. Again, it was in my yellow project pan. That is where I'm putting in most of the products that I want to finish, so you know, I'm getting some good progress on all my products there. But yeah, this one is completely empty. I'm currently working on another bronzer, which I'm going to show you next, and I'm missing this bronzer a little bit. It's a really, really beautiful formula, but I have quite a few bronzers to get through in my collection before I will purchase any new bronzers. And the bronzer that I'm currently working on, which is also on this list, is this one right here, which is the Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Matte Bronzer from L'Oreal in the shade Light Medium. So this one has quite a bit of pan. I'm working on this one in my deck of panning to finish. And as you can see, it's moving along. I still have some product left. It's definitely going to take a bit more work, but I'm really, really happy to see this one getting used up. When I first rolled it in, it had a little bit of use, but no pan, no like massive dip. It was a little bit of a dip, but no massive dip. So I've definitely done a lot of work on this bronzer, and you know, I'm happy to see where it is today. I still reckon I have probably at least 2 months left with this product, if not 3. So not sure if it's going to be done in this quarter, but hopefully. I mean, we are just like a couple of days. I'm saying this on the 9th, so we're only 9 days into Q3. So even if it takes 3 months or almost 3 months, I should be able to get this one done in Q3. So fingers crossed, but I'll do my best and we'll see where I get to at the end of next quarter or this quarter, and at the next update for this video. So we're moving away from bronzers and moving into highlighters, and the next product I have some really good progress on, and that is my Sleek Solstice palette. When I first worked on this one, it had 3 products in it. So when I first rolled into this project, it had 3 highlighters left. It had originally 4, but as you can see now, I have finished up 1 highlighter in here. I'm not sure if I had done that already at the last update. I don't think I had, but it is completely done now, and I'm currently working on this one here. And as you can see, the pan is relatively big. I still have some product left in here, so it will take me a little bit more work. And then once I'm done with this, I'm going to move on to this highlighter, which is quite full, and that one makes me a little bit more worried. But I'm going to just continue focusing on the bottom one and do my best to finish that as soon as possible. And then once that's done, I'm going to tackle the top one. I might have to franken it because it's quite a icy highlighter. I don't know if you can see right there. It's just like very icy and has like a purple undertone. So I don't know how flattering it's going to be. When I'm paler, I think it's going to suit me better. But I do think I might franken at least a little bit of it into one of these other containers or under like empty pans, with maybe like a golden, slightly darker highlighter or something like that, just to get some more use out of it. But again, that is something I'm going to have to tackle in the future. But hopefully when we get to the next update, I should be able to be finished with the bottom shade, and I would have started using that purple shade, which is why I'm mentioning it. But still have quite a long way to go with this palette right here, but I'm happy that it's moving along. We have a couple more highlighters to go, but before that, I'm just going to mention my Panda face palette, which is something that I also want to finish this year. I'm not going to show you what it looks like. If you want to see what it looks like as of now, you can check out my latest Panda face palette, and also I will have an update at the end of the month. So as of filming this, it's only been, again, maybe like, I think it's been like a week and a half since my last update. But when this video goes up, I will be getting quite close to the update, so you can check out what the palette is there. But I'm looking at it now, I have massive pan on one of the shades. I also am getting really good use on quite a few of the products, and they're flattening out quite a bit. But I do have a lot of work left to do in this palette, but I'm very hopeful that I can finish this one before the end of the year. But I do think it will take majority of the year to finish this palette. So that is the next product. Then, like I said, we have a couple more highlighters. This one here is next, which is my Pie, the Impossible Glow Highlighting Drops, which I recently rolled into my yellow product pan. That is where I'm sitting now. I haven't used it since I rolled it in, but as you can see, I have used up quite a lot of this product, about halfway. And this product was brand new at the beginning of the year, so I'm hopeful again that I can finish it, because so far I've used up half of the product at the halfway point of the year. So we'll see how I get along with this one, but I do think this one should be able to be done maybe even by next quarter, because I do use these type of products more in summer. Even though I'm filming with a jumper, it's been raining all day, it's terrible weather in the UK, so I haven't been using this one as much as I was hoping to, because I love this one on like my shoulders and my collarbones and stuff like that. But as you can see, I'm very covered up, so I can't use it that way. But hopefully at some point this summer the weather will warm up and I can use this one a bit more. Then the one highlighter that I have not started using yet this year, and it's probably the one that I'm going to get to the latest, and judging from how much I have left of the Six Solstice palette, I might not get around to using this one. But it is this highlighter right here from Kaleidos, and this is the shade Ray Rider, which is just like a champagne kind of highlighter. Actually, maybe this one could be quite nice to franken together with that purple shade, because it is a little bit darker and a little bit more kind of, it has more of a brown undertone and a bit more of a golden sheen running through it. So maybe that could be fun to do if I'm struggling with that purple shade. But again, that's a hurdle I'm going to get to later on. But for now, this one I haven't started using on, and it's again probably the least priority from this list for highlighters. And I know that I was very ambitious with my highlighter this year, with the amount that I want to finish, because what have I already showed you? There was 3 highlighters in the highlight palette. There was the Pie drops, and then this one right here, which is 5, and then the one in my Panda palette, that's 6, plus one more that I'm going to show you. That's 7 highlighters that I wanted to finish this year, which is insane. So, you know, if I don't get around to this one, that's still fine. If I can get rid of the other 6 that I'm wanting to pan, I'm going to be so happy. My goal will probably be like 5 this year. And if I can do that, I'm going to be very pleased. So again, if I don't get around to this one, it's okay, but just know that it's on the list. Then the final highlighter that I have is this one right here, which is another cream highlighter. And this is the What's Up highlighter from Benefit, which is also one that I'm actively working on right now. And as you can see, I really don't have very much left of this product. It is in my yellow product pan, and I've been working away on it. I'm about halfway done of what I had left when I introduced this one. So yeah, it's definitely going to take a bit more work, but I'm hopeful that this is going to be done this summer. So it's another product that I'm hoping to have out by the next update for this video. But yeah, I'm making some good headway on this product, which I'm very happy about, because this is very old. So we finally passed the amount of highlighters, and we're moving on to blushes next. I have this blush right here, which I want to finish, and this is from Max Factor, and it's one of their cream puff blushes in the shade Gorgeous Berries, which looks like this. It's more of a plummy kind of blush, but I do like this one quite a bit. I haven't used it this year though, because I'm planning a lot of other blushes as well. I have actually finished one blush like this already. It was a sister to this. It was in the shade Lovely Pink, I believe. I already finished that one up in quarter 1, so that is one blush down already. But yeah, like I said, this one I haven't started working on yet because I'm focusing right now on the blushes in my Panda palette, which I have 2 in there, which I both want to finish. So, you know, again, similar to the highlight I spoke about Ray Rider, if I can finish up those 2 blushes, that's my main priority. Plus, I mean, I would have finished a blush, so that would be 3 blushes finished this year, which would be amazing because I know a lot of people can't even finish like 1 blush in a year. Same with me. Of course, it depends on the formula and stuff like that. But if I can get 3 blushes out of my inventory, I would be very, very pleased. And if I can get around to this one, it would be a 4th, which again, I'm very pleased with if that happens. But if not, I won't I won't sweat it too much. But, you know, if I can introduce this to a project and get some use out of it, I will be very, very happy. But again, we're just going to have to see how I get on it throughout the year. I do also want to mention that we have our first declutter of the list, which is also a blush. If you follow my rolling project pan, you will know that I decluttered something from there. And that was the NARS blush in Deep Throat. I decluttered that one because I just felt like I didn't want to use it. I have so many other blushes and I felt like it's too similar to other things. It's not like my favorite type of color. It's not very unique, and I realized panning it would take eons. So I decided to declutter it. So that is out of my collection and it's completed off the list. But yeah, just know that that one is ticked off from here and it's also removed from my collection. Then we are done with cheek products and we're moving on to eye products. We had one eyeliner which I wanted to finish, which was the Rimmel eyeliner in taupe. And I already finished that one up in quarter 1. Then the main eye product that I want to finish this year is my Panda palette, which is the Soft Glam palette. And again, I'm not going to show you what this one looks like on the inside. You can check out my latest Panda palette update similar to the Panda face palette. And again, I will have an update for this up at the end of the month. It usually goes up on the 30th of the month. So you can stay tuned for another update for this then. I also know that I frankened this palette. Let me check actually when the video is going live. So if I follow my filming schedule, my frankening of my Panda palette should be up in 6 days time. So you can stay tuned for that then to see what I did with it. But yeah, overall, this is a project that I want to finish this year. I have done pretty good so far. I finished up 3 shades and I have panned on majority of the shades too. But again, you can see more of that in my Panda palette updates. So we have a couple individual shadows that I also want to finish this year. The first one I haven't started using yet, and that is this one right here. It's not actually a Colourpop Super Shock shadow. It is one of the Stila Glitter and Glows, but I used to put it in here because it had dried out quite a bit. But this is the shade Sea Siren, and again, I haven't started using this one, so, you know, it's still the same. We'll see if I get around to it, but for now, I haven't introduced this one to a project yet. However, 2 kind of potted products that I have introduced to projects and I'm also working on currently is first up this one right here, which is the Stila Magnificent Metal in Metallic Peach, which I have in my deck of panning at the moment. I already hit pan on this one in that project earlier this year, but I'm currently trying to expand that pan and I want to use this product 50 times in there. Eventually, I want to finish this one this year, but I'm just kind of working away on it slowly and we'll see how many uses, or how much use I can get out of it in those 50 uses. I reckon it's going to move quite a lot. So for now, I'm just working away on it, but I'm not too fussed about finishing it like super soon. Again, if I can just finish it before the end of the year, I will be pleased. And then the other potted shadow is actually Super Shock shadow from Colourpop. This one is in my Yellow Pearl pan, and as you can see, I have quite a lot of pan at the moment. This is the shade Amaze, which is one of their ultra glitters. And as you can see, I have been already working on this one quite a bit, and I'm getting closer to finishing it. It's still going to take quite a bit of work, but I'm happy to see so much pan on it now. We have a couple more kind of eyeshadow products, and first up is actually a magnetic single. I'm trying to cover up the other shadows in this palette, but this is the palette right here, and this one comes from Glam Shop, and it is the shade Turbo Mielka. And as you can see, this one now has massive pan. I'm also working on this one in my Yellow Project pan. And I'm getting very close to finishing this one. It's going to take a bit more work, but I'm hopeful that this one can be done relatively soon. It is a beautiful product, so again, I'm not in a massive rush to finish it, but it is one that I'm getting close to, and it's also one that I think I can focus on and try to get out soon. And I would love to share some more eyeshadows finished in my next update at my, all eyeshadows that I finished and hit pan on, which I do every quarter, and I would love to show some more products finished in that project. or in that video. So this is definitely going to be one that I'm going to focus in on and try to get out by the next quarter mark. Then the final eyeshadow we have is this one right here, which comes from Burberry, and this is the sheer eyeshadow in the shade Rosewood, which I currently use on my brows. And this one is also in my Yellow Perfect pan, and I have been getting a really good use out of this one. It has massive pan on it now, but don't fret, this is going to take quite a lot more work to finish up, because this one has 2.5 grams of product. So even though I use this one every single day, even though I'm getting close to the 200 use mark on this one this year, I think I'm at like 190 something uses at the moment, which is insane, just for this year, by the way. I still haven't, I'm still not close to finishing it. So it's definitely gonna take a lot more work, but I'm determined to finish this one before the end of the year. I'm going to keep using it in my eyebrows and on my eyes as well if I need to. So the last couple of products that we have to talk about is all lip products. So I can go and start with those. First up, we have two MAC lipsticks. The first one I'm going to talk about is the shade Pink Pearl Pop, which is one of the cream sheen formulas. This one looks very weird at the moment, looks very kind of squished and stuff. And that is because I actually taken off a little bit of this one to use as cream blush, because this actually melted and I used this as a cream blush. And I just fell in love with this as a cream blush. It's actually what I'm wearing as my blush today. I used a little bit of powder blush over the top. I used this one kind of like as an underpaint, and I just put that Fit Me powder on top, which has like a tiny bit of coverage, not too much. And then I used a powder blush on top, and I absolutely love that. So this one, I still want to keep a little bit to use on my lips, so that's how much I have left here. Again, very close to being done. And then for the part that I chopped off, it is this much in there, which I should be able to use up relatively quickly. So I'm hoping that this lipstick is going to be done maybe even this month. I mean, as of filming this, which again, I'm on the 9th, so I still have 2/3 of the month left. And if not, definitely the month after that, so in August. The other MAC lipstick I'm also working on at the moment, but I definitely have a little bit more of this one left. I have made some good progress on it this year, but this is how much I have left of it. And this is the shade Relentlessly Red. So it's a bolder color. It is one of the retro matte finishes, which is a beautiful finish. It's one of my favorite lipstick formulas, but it definitely takes a little bit longer to finish up. So I'm going to keep working on this one and hopefully again have this done before the end of the year. We have one lipstick next that I haven't started working on yet, and that is this one right here from Pat McGrath. This is the shade Psycho Candy, which again, haven't started using yet. It is almost completely full. So yeah, no update on this one yet. I'm going to roll it into my Product Apocalypse at some point when I finish other things up in there. Something I've introduced very recently to that product is this product right here, which is from YSL. And this is the Rouge Pure Couture lipstick in 17, and this one was introduced as of the last update. So this is what it looks like, still very full, but I have started working on it in that project. Again, another product in my Product Apocalypse. I probably don't have to say that because I think every single lip product I have is in that project only. So I'm not going to say that it's in that project, but just know that if I'm currently working on it in a project, it's going to be that one. But this is the shade Raquel from NARS. It's one of their Audacious lipsticks, and this is how much I have left of it. It's definitely getting smaller, so I'm working away on it. And yeah, I like this lipstick a lot. It is not my favorite formula though. It's very kind of lipsticky. It's very traditional kind of cream lipstick. So it can be a bit heavy on the lips, but I do absolutely love this color. And it's one that I enjoy wearing on the daily. Then we have a couple lip products that I've already finished. Or I finished them in the Q2. So first up, we have this Chanel lipstick right here called La Raffinée, which is one of their Rouge Allure Velvets. This one was like a mauve tone shade. It looks like this. But this one I've already finished up. So yeah, it's another empty for this quarter. And then a very recent finish, again in Q2, is another Chanel lipstick. And this is the Rouge Coco Shine in the shade Boy, which was like a, again, kind of like pinky mauve undertoned nude. It was a very beautiful formula to wear. Really enjoy this lipstick a lot, but again, it's empty now. Then we also have one more declutter. I decluttered the Chanel Rouge Allure lipstick is in Ecstatic. That one I decluttered this quarter as well. It was also in that project, but I wasn't reaching for it, so I decided to declutter it at the halfway point of the year. A couple more products that I'm planning in that project. We have the Fever lipstick from L'Oreal, where I have this much left. So again, quite a bit to go, but it is definitely going to be a lipstick that I think I reach for a lot in autumn. So hopefully I can finish this one this year too. Then we had this one, which is the shade Upside Down from Colourpop. It's one of the Matte X lipsticks. I'm not going to roll this one up because it is like kind of broken a little bit, I need to be very careful with it, but this is the shade right there. If you want to see how much progress I made on this one, you can check out my Product Apocalypse update, because there I show you the piece of paper with the progress lines. But I still definitely have a long way to go with this one, but I think it should be able to be done this year if I just focus in on it, which I'm not doing the most at the moment. It's just a slow moving product at the moment, but I'm sure that I will be able to get some more use out of it before the end of the year. We have two Smashbox products next. This one is actually one that I'm wearing today, but I mixed it with something else. And this is the Tabloid lipstick, which is just a mini, and I'm getting quite close to finishing this one too. This is how much I have left of it. So it's another one that I'm focusing on quite a lot right now to try to get out. And again, that is Tabloid. And then the other Smashbox product I have already finished. It's another empty for Q2. This is the Instamatte Lipstick Transformer, which was like a silicone type of based, almost like a lip gloss product, but it was mattifying instead. It wasn't my favorite product at all, but I'm just happy to have it out, and it's another complete product from this list. We have two Tom Ford lipsticks next, and one is a very recent, again, roll-in. I started working on this one last month, or at the last update, and this is the sheer lip color sheer in the shade Incorrigible, which looks like this. So this is how much I have left of it. Again, very, very recently rolled into that project. And then the other one I haven't started using yet because it's more of an autumnal kind of shade. It is this one right here. So you can see it's more of a plummy kind of purple shade. And this is the shade Violet Fatale, which is one of their regular kind of lip colors. So yeah, this one I haven't started working on yet, but I'm hoping to do so when autumn hits. We only have two more products that I haven't actually started working on yet, so let's just cover those two together. We have this one from Maybelline. This is the Matte Ink, Super Stay Matte Ink in the shade Loyalist, which is just like a matte liquid lipstick. It is more of a nude shade, so it's more of a mixer shade. I haven't started working on that one yet. And then we have this gloss right here from Pat McGrath. This is the shade Dreamscape. And I haven't rolled this one in either because I'm working on different lip glosses at the moment. We do have two products that were finished in Q1. We have the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in London. I finished that one up Q1, as well as another Pat McGrath lip gloss in the shade Dare to Bear. That one was also finished in Q1. One more Pat McGrath lip glosses. I'm trying to get through some of these this year. This one was the shade Naked Rose, which I have also finished. This one is finished from this quarter, and as you can see, it is completely empty. So that is one more tally for this quarter. The main lip gloss that I'm currently working on is this one right here, which is from Fenty, and this is the shade Hot Chocolate Fantasy. And hopefully you can see that there is some windowing at the top. It was completely full when I introduced it, but I'm working away on this one. Again, I rolled this one in at the last update on my Product Apocalypse. So I haven't had it in my product for very long, but I am really, really enjoying this lip gloss. And we only have two more products to go. We also have another empty from this quarter. This is the Sigma Renewal Lip Oil in the shade Tint, which was like a nudie kind of gloss. And as you can see again, this container is completely empty. So that is another finished product from the list. And then the very final product from the list is also one that I'm working on at the moment in my Product Apocalypse, and that is this Charlotte Tilbury, what is it called? Do I have it listed what the actual product is called? I know what the name of the product is, but no, I think it's like Diamond Lips or something like that. But this one is the shade Lucky Diamond, which is more of a kind of bronzy shade. As you can see right there, the tip is a bit kind of stained because I used it with a purple lipstick. Actually, again, that Tabloid lipstick, I mixed it with this one. But that is how much I have left of it. Again, it was very recently rolled into my Product Apocalypse. And it was basically brand new at the time, but you can see already, hopefully in there, how much I have used up. So it's already moving a little bit, which I'm happy to see. So those, you guys, saw all of the products that I am currently working on and I have finished in the last quarter. And that is my complete list of all of the products I want to finish this year. So as of now, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 products that I haven't started working on yet. So those are still pending, and I showed you all of those in this video. Some of them I'm going to start working on very, very soon. Some of them I'm not even sure I'm going to get around to this year, but I'm going to do my very best. And looking at the statistics, just to give you a summary, in Q1 I used up 6 products from the list. So I finished 6 products in Q1. And in Q2, I have finished up an additional 12 products. So I doubled that. Or actually, 3 of the products are decluttered or lost. I actually forgot to mention the product that I lost, which was the Soap & Glory Sexy Motherfucker in Futuristic. I completely lost that product. I don't know where it went. I think I lost it on my commute into work, so on the tube, which is very unfortunate because I love that product. But I did lose that one. So we had 3 declutters / lost products within those 12. So technically I only finished 9 products, but again 12 off the list for this quarter, which now brings us to a total of 18 out of 50 products completed or decluttered or off the list. And looking at that, that is 36% of the products, which I'm really, really happy with. You know, technically we are at the halfway point of the year, but with a lot of these products I have already made a really, really good headway on. Some of them are very close to being done. And I feel like you always finish more kind of long haul products towards the end of the year anyway. So I'm expecting the number to go up quite a bit. I have already talked through a couple of products that I don't think I'm going to get around to finishing this year, but that's fine. If I can finish maybe finish or declutter 40 to 45 products off this list, I will be very, very pleased. But that, you guys, is going to be it for today. I know this video is quite long because I had so many products to talk about. I hope you guys are having an amazing day wherever you are, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye, guys.